but we will not stand by while state resources are used to tarnish reputations and destabilize the region. Fake groups are being mobilized across the country to submit orchestrated petitions to anti-graft agencies. These campaigns are funded not by political donors, but by funds withdrawn from Zamfara's local government allocations. This is why there is no drugs in rural clinics. This is why roofs are collapsing. This is why traditional institutions are starved of financial support. The money is being used to settle media consultants, bribe activists, and push false narratives. We are here to say enough is enough. The people of Zamfara deserve better. They deserve accountability. They deserve leadership that serves, not leadership that steals. While Governor Lawal continues to paint himself as a reformer and a victim, the facts tell a different story. A governor who presides over the collapse of the local government system cannot be a reformer. A man who allows parallel legislative institutions to fester in his state without decisive intervention cannot claim to be a defender of democracy. What is happening in Zamfara today is not a case of political rivalry. It is a calculated collapse of governance to protect the selfish interests of a few. Let us not forget, this is a state with the highest number of IDPs in the Northwest, a state where rural communities have been cut off from education, from healthcare, and basic infrastructure. A state where thousands of children cannot go to school because their teachers are either unpaid or too afraid to leave their homes. Yet, instead of investing in solutions, the government is looting public funds. We are sounding this alarm today, not out of spite or partisanship, but out of duty. Zamfara is our home, and no one will save it for us but us. Our demands are this. One, that the Zamfara state government immediately accounts for the over 290 billion naira released to the 14 local government areas of the state between January 2025 and today. We demand a breakdown of disbursements, beneficiaries, project execution status, and evidence of actual impact on the lives of rural dwellers. These are not invisible funds. They are allocated from the Federation account and meant to improve the lives of the people. The people deserve to know where every kobo has gone. Two, a forensic audit of the joint local government account covering January 2025 to date to determine the pattern of withdrawals, to identify illegal transactions, and expose all individuals or entities involved in misappropriating local government funds. Three, a full-scale investigation and interrogation by the EFCC and ICPC of the 5 senior government officials mentioned earlier, namely the Commissioner for Finance, Secretary to the State Government, Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, the State Accountant General, and the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. 4, immediate suspension of these officials pending the outcome of investigations to prevent them from tampering with documents, intimidating whistleblowers, or continuing the looting spree under the cover of office. 5, a legally binding directive by Governor Dauda Lawal to publish all future local government allocations and expenditures monthly in accordance with the principles of transparency, citizens' oversight, and open government practices. Failure to act on these demands will leave us with no choice but to escalate our actions. We will petition not just the EFCC and ICPC, but the Accountant General of the Federation and the Senate Committee on Public Accounts. If there is no redress, we will take this battle to the streets peacefully but firmly. Let it be clear, this is not a threat. It is a promise to the people of Zamfara that they are not alone in this fight. That someone sees their pain, understands their fears, and is ready to act in their interest. We are also calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to pay close attention to what's happening in Zamfara. This is about national interest. Mr. President, if you stand for accountability, this is your moment to act. Zamfara State is gradually becoming a failed state under Governor Dauda Lawal. And unless something is done urgently, the consequences will spill beyond its borders. Our traditional institutions must also rise. Our ulamas, elders, youth groups, and women leaders must speak out. This is not the time to stay neutral. This is not the time to sit on the fence. Corruption has destroyed too many generations in northern Nigeria. We must not allow it to continue unchecked. We want to be very clear. We are not afraid. We will not be silenced. We will not be bought. And if perpetrators of this grand corruption do not change course, we will ensure they are brought to justice not only in the courts of law, but in the courts of the public accountability. As we close this address, let me restate that the Northwest Governance Forum is not acting on behalf of any political interest group. We are acting for the people of Zamfara, for the teachers who haven't been paid, for the mothers who walk miles for medicine, for the children who study under trees, and for every community abandoned in the name of leadership. Thank you to the press